Greetings, beautiful YouTube viewers. I come here today to talk to you about a book that I have just finished reading. And it's a really beautiful book, but quite puzzling at times too. It's like a Harry Potter meets George Eliot's Middlemarch. And the book I'm talking about is Manazuru by Hiromi Kawakami. And the book is really what I love about the writing in the book is the sentences are very short and sometimes almost contradictory, almost like dream thought. It's surreal in many ways, surrealistic, and in fact it is partly a ghost story. And I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it's done in such a way that you think, is the protagonist actually talking to ghosts, being followed by ghosts, or is it just part of her imagination? Is it just something in her head and she's talking to herself? And that probably remains open to the interpretation of the reader. But the poetry, the beautiful, descriptive, poetic imagery in the book is just absolutely fantastic. And just the way that ordinary daily things are described. For example, there's a moment where the protagonist comes in from the garden, I think, and she has sardines cooking in a pot, and the water is boiling and the sardines come to the top, and she scoops them with a wire ladle, and bubbles come to the top, and a breeze blows and it ruffles a piece of paper that is hanging to the fridge with a magnet, and because she realizes the door is left open. Just the way it is described, it's just so beautiful. But along with these beautiful ethereal properties of the book is also good old human relationships. And once again, speaking of ghostly stories, I almost think that my mother is trying to contact me through the books that I've been reading recently. And this one is no exception. Essentially, the protagonist, Kay, and she's living with her daughter, Momo, and her mother. And the three of them live together. And of course, you have this relationship between the mother, the daughter, and the granddaughter. And that's really thought-provoking too, and emotionally wrenching. And of course, you see Momo growing throughout the book, getting older and developing her own personality. And of course, as children tend to do, she starts to pull away from her mother more and more, become a little bit cold. And her mother, of course, describes how she feels about this, and she reflects upon each little glance, each little word, each turning of the shoulder, and reflects on how much pain it brings her, which of course makes us all, I'm sure, think of our own relationship with our own mother and our children, if we have children. And it made me think about that a lot with my mother. And then, of course, Momo's mother's mother says, but you were the same. You did exactly the same. You made me feel the same way. And to add to the ghostly part, she's almost reading her mind, because I don't think that Kay actually says anything out loud. Her mother just says, you made me feel the same way. She just knows from looking at the expression on her face and seeing the interaction what is going on. So yes, once again, as I always say, Get out there. Manazuru by Hiromi Kawakami. And make sure you read it. And come here and let me know what you think.